One flash, no warning. Lights out, grid dead. Every screen goes black, and the hum of civilization cuts off like a snapped wire. While the world scrambles, these 7 guns don't even blink. They stand ready, forged in steel, springs, and pure mechanical will. They don't need batteries, apps, or optics to do their job. Today we break down the 7 civilian firearms that keep working after the EMP. Simple, brutal machines built to survive the worst. This isn't gear porn. It's your last line of defense when everything else fails. Number 1. Mosin Nagant 9130. Start with the simplest workhorse. The rifle that proves how little a firearm needs to be useful when everything else dies. The Mosin Nagant 9130 is pure mechanical redundancy. A bolt, a heavy barrel, and a spring that laughs at complexity. In an EMP or grid-down scenario, you want something you can teach any willing pair of hands to strip and repair beside a campfire. The Mosin is that gun. It's not pretty or fast to reload, but it's brutally effective at range and almost impossible to brick. Physically, the Mosin typically rides with a long 29.5-inch barrel chambered in 7.62 by 54R, fed from a 5-round internal magazine loaded with stripper clips, and it weighs roughly 8.5 to 9.0 pounds. That long barrel and mass-soak recoil and stabilize follow-ups. Its cartridge still retains stopping and penetration beyond common defensive distances. Ammunition runs dense, components are easy to improvise in a pinch, and basic field maintenance is achievable with a screwdriver and bore brush. Train with stripper clips, practice bolt control, and you'll have a rifle that keeps being useful long after electronics go silent. Don't romanticize the Mosin for its age, respect it for its dependability. Number 2. Arsenal SAM-7R AK variant. If reliability had a nameplate, it would be stamped on an AK receiver. The Arsenal SAM-7R, a robust AK pattern rifle built to mil-spec tolerances, is the survivalist's workhorse because it tolerates mistakes and abuse. In a world where finely tuned gas systems and electronic triggers become liabilities, the AK's long-stroke piston, generous clearances, and simple extraction geometry keep feeding when others choke. The SAM-7R commonly ships with a 16.3 to 18-inch barrel, chambered in 7.62 by 39 millimeter, standard 30-round magazines, and a weight range of roughly 7.5 to 9.0 pounds. That cartridge magazine ecosystem is ubiquitous worldwide, which matters when logistics and resupply collapse. Field fixes are straightforward. A bent extractor or damaged spring is a problem you can jury-rig. Its iron sights hold up under abuse, and optics are a luxury, not a necessity. For short into mid-range fighting, vehicle defense, or forming a balanced defense network, the AK platform gives you high capacity, forgiving operation, and the practical advantage of widely available spares and ammo. In other words, low-tech, high uptime. Number 3, Benelli M4. Close quarters scenarios demand something that cycles everything and keeps doing it without fuss. The Benelli M4 earned its reputation and a USMC contract because its ARGO self-regulating piston system is mechanical, reliable, and wildly tolerant of ammunition variety. In a post-EMP environment, you won't be swapping optic batteries or tuning electronics. You'll be sealing doors and cycling shells. The M4 usually runs an 18.5-inch barrel, chambers 12-gauge cartridges, accepts 5+1 to 7+1 in a tubular magazine, and weighs around 7 to 8 pounds. That package gives you decisive stopping power in tight spaces while remaining semi-auto for fast follow-ups. The M4's piston design resists fouling, so you can run mixed ammunition from old birdshot to heavy slugs and still expect function, provided you keep the action clean and spring serviceable. Training emphasis, fast reloads, low-light muzzle discipline, and understanding patterns with different loads. For a home, convoy, or breach team that can't rely on batteries, the M4 is a mechanical equalizer. Number 4, Springfield M1A for long-reach capability that survives everything. Nothing beats a mechanically honest battle rifle. The Springfield M1A is the civilian incarnation of a platform that has delivered real results for decades. Gas-operated, heavy, and built to deliver accurate power with iron sights. When electronics die and long-range options shrink, a full-power rifle that you can zero, maintain, and count on to hit a distance matters more than ever. Typical M1A configurations have a 22-inch barrel in .308 Winchester/7.62 by 51 NATO, accept 10 to 20 round box magazines, and weigh about 9 to 10 pounds. That weight stabilizes shot placement and tames recoil for follow-ups. The action is serviceable by hand tools, and ammo is a military commonality that stores well. If your plan includes overwatch positions, perimeter engagement, or deterrence at range, the M1A gives you an analog solution to modern problems. Reach, mass, and mechanical simplicity. Practice iron sight mare. Number 5, PTR-91 G3 clone. The PTR-91 is the civilian echo of a Cold War heavyweight, the roller-delayed G3 family, a design whose timing is governed by pure geometry and mass. That roller-delayed blowback system is about as analog as you can get. No electronics, no delicate gas valves, just steel pieces moving in a predictable dance. In harsh environments, the system shines because its cycling tolerates contamination and abuse. PTR-91 variants typically ship with an approximately 18-inch barrel chambered in .308/7.62 by 51 NATO, feed from 10 to 20 round box magazines, and weigh in at roughly 9 to 10 pounds. Iron sights are rugged and keep you shooting without batteries. The stamped receiver resists deformation and is trivial to fix in the field with a basic toolkit. This rifle's role is straightforward: heavy caliber, reliable cycling, and ease of maintenance. If you want a fight-ready battle rifle that values mechanical repeatability over sophistication, the PTR-91's pedigree brings real-world durability to your survival plan. Number 6, FNFL DSA SA-58 Civilian. The FAL earned the title Right Arm of the Free World because its short-stroke gas system and rugged construction worked across climates and decades. The DSA SA-58 preserves that DNA in a civilian-friendly package. And in an EMP situation, that heritage becomes an advantage. Known mechanical gas behavior, large, easy-to-hold controls, and iron sights that don't need battery backup. Civilian SA-58s commonly come with barrels from 16 to 22 inches, chamber .308 Winchester/7.62 by 51 NATO, feed with 20-round magazines, and tip the scales near 9 to 10 pounds. The FAL isn't about finesse. It's about deliverable power under stress, adjustable gas settings that can be tuned with a wrench, and parts that are large, serviceable, and comprehensible. In logistics-scarce conditions, you want a rifle whose critical parts are obvious and fixable. The FAL fits that bill. Train for light maintenance in the field and carry spares for gas pistons and springs. These are the items that keep the platform operational when supply chains break. Number 7, Desert Eagle Mark 19. Finish with a handgun that's as mechanical as it is theatrical. The Desert Eagle Mark 19. Modern Eagles use robust locking and gas systems to handle massive cartridges. There's no reliance on electronics to make the action work. In a last argument scenario, you want something that delivers heavy terminal effects without needing batteries or software. Desert Eagles commonly use short 6 to 10-inch barrels, chamber-potent calibers like .50 AE, .44 Magnum, or .429 DE hold roughly 7 to 8 rounds and weigh between about 3.5 and 4.5 pounds depending on the configuration. Yes, it's large and loud, but that mass is part of the engineering. It soaks recoil, preserves function, and keeps mechanical timing reliable under brutal stresses. This is not a primary duty pistol for most users. It's a hard-hitting mechanical handgun that will keep firing when compact. Electronics-reliant striker pistols might not be optimal due to heat, contamination, or lack of spare batteries. Practice its heavy recoil, keep spare magazines, and accept the trade-offs. Size for absolute mechanical stopping power. Training, maintenance, and realistic prep. Hardware alone won't save you. Preparation will. These 7 platforms share one hard advantage. They depend on steel, springs, and skill, not batteries or firmware. That advantage disappears if you don't practice and maintain them. Learn to strip each model blindfolded, stock spare springs and magazines, and keep the basic tools for gas port clearing, extractor replacement, and sight zeroing. Store ammo properly, cool, dry, rotated. Favor common calibers if logistics matter, and practice iron sight engagement at realistic distances. Build redundancy into your kit, a Mosun and an AK pattern rifle cover range, and logistics. An M4 style shotgun covers short angles. A heavy handgun like the Desert Eagle covers last-ditch options. Most importantly, train under stress, low light, gloves, and limited information. Because mechanical dependability only matters if the operator can make the tool work. Choose simplicity, maintain ruthlessly, practice until operation is reflex. When the grid goes dark, your skill and your steel are what keep you free.